Okay, so welcome back to the Pink Table. We're going to be taking a look at Sassuolo and Sampdoria.
Yes, we are. Let's have a look. Welcome again to the Pink Table. Here's another video of two teams before the Serie season kicks off. Today we are in the S's lane, so we're looking at Sampdoria and Sassuolo. Interesting teams. I think they're mid-table teams that compete for Europe each season. It depends on obviously what they've done in the transfer market, and they're looking both really exciting. Sampdoria plays Milan this weekend, and Verona faces Sassuolo. So let's dive into Samp.
So Samp is an interesting team. They haven't really changed a lot. If you take a look at the formation, they actually haven't changed a thing. I think they're going to be exciting for a number of reasons that we'll get into in a second. But Audero in goals, Berezinski on the right. You've got Yoshida and Colli in the middle, and Augello out on the left. Thorsby and Silva in the middle, with Gabbiadini, Candreva, and Damsgaard just sitting behind Quagliarella. Damien, your thoughts?
Yeah, so it's really good that they managed to keep Damsgaard until now. We still have 2 weeks for the transfer market, so let's see you there. There was a lot of rumors of him moving. I think the main blocker there from him moving is the price tag that they put on him. He did a good Euro, but we all know that players that do well in national team competition sometimes do flop. So maybe there's a bit of that. Maybe let's see how he progresses this year. And then at the end of the year, maybe a big team will make the move. But let's see. It's a good team. It's a solid team. It depends on how the team gel. I really like Ranieri as a coach. And seeing that they weren't able to confirm Ranieri and they moved to D'Aversa, it'll be very interesting to see what D'Aversa brings to the team. I think that's going to be a crucial part on whether or not Samp do well. And another thing, last night I heard that Samp are looking for a bit more cash flow. So according to Gianluca Di Marzio, there is an offer right now on the table for Thorsby for around 6 million to take him to Getafe. So if that happens, I think Samp do definitely lose someone from midfield that brings consistency. So let's see if they can bring new people in. They have to. I think they're going to be they're going to be trying to figure out how to improve the team with not a lot of cash. And I think that's where the Damsgaard sale was trying to help. But seeing that no one's pushing for that, they're going to have to start being more creative.
Yeah, so if you take a look at this team, Thorsby would be a serious knock. I think that this team looks better this year just because Augello with another year of experience, Silva with another year of experience, and Damsgaard with another year of experience. The left side of this team looks very, very solid. Quagliarella is a year older, but for anybody who watched the opening games of the Coppa Italia the other day, the man looks incredible. He scored a goal with his heel, nearly scored another one with a volley with his heel. He's looking absolutely inspired, and he is definitely the X factor for this team. But at nearly 40 years of age, if the man gets injured, do they have anything in attack? That's the real question. Or otherwise, a player to definitely add to your fantasy team if you haven't. He's not too expensive and is definitely going to get you at over 10 goals this season, one would imagine.
Yeah, so in regards to approving the team for going into the season, I don't think they've added anything to the team. They might actually be weaker, so I'm not going to give them the stamp of approval. And D'Aversa is a good coach, but to be honest, I think Ranieri is a step above him, tactically wise. So no stamp of approval for Samp in my eyes.
No, much the same team from last year. Question marks over the coach. So no, I don't think we can give them that.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on to the men from Reggio Emilia, Sassuolo. Sassuolo are going to be looking very much the same as last year, except for obviously the big name loss in midfield.
Yeah, so they've lost Locatelli, who signed for Juve yesterday. They're going forward again with their 4-2-3-1, which seems like it's one of the most favorite formations in Italy right now. Still the same defense. Well, we have Consiglio in goals, Toyan, Ferrari, Sirkes, and Rogerio. In midfield, we have Lopez and Traore. So one of them is obviously taking over Locatelli's position. We have De Frel, Berardi, Boga, and Caputo. So Berardi is in conversations right now with Sassuolo as he's requested to leave, but Sassuolo have put a price tag of 35 million on his head. Boga was heavily linked to Napoli, but I don't think that's going to go into fruition unless Insigne moves away. If Insigne moves away, they're bringing in Boga. And Caputo up front now has a bit of competition in training as he's going to be up against Scamacca lane.
So yeah, the attack is really where this team excites. Boga, Berardi, Caputo, Raspadori, Scamacca, they've got a lot of attacking talent. De Frel here is down as the attacking midfielder, but expect to see him out on the flanks more often. I would expect to see maybe Juricic at the center of the attacking midfield. He pulls the strings, and when he's on form, he's really quite the player to watch.
He's a great player.
Traore steps in to replace Locatelli. He's looked good this preseason. And Maxime Lopez is a player that I've really liked ever since his Marseille days. So I really like this team. Obviously, you can't give them the stamp of approval from my side because they've gone and lost their best piece and lost their coach, which was a serious X factor for me. But it is a serious-looking team, and it's a team that on the wrong day or on the right day will really make a big team's life difficult.
Yeah, so according to Gadet, the midfield this weekend will be Magnanelli and Lopez starting against Verona with Juricic up front. Well, not up front, but being in the trequartista. But yeah, I would say the biggest loss here, not even Locatelli, is going to be Roberto De Zerbi leaving Sassuolo. He brought a lot to the team. It's going to be really interesting to see how Dionisi does as being in charge of the team now. Sassuolo were great last year. I think they hit the max that they could in the table-wise. Without adding anyone and losing some good players, I don't see giving them the stamp of approval yet.
No, I don't give them the stamp either. De Zerbi, unfortunately, had to leave. 3 years coming in 8th, unable to break into those top 7 teams because of the clear disparity. I think he did the right thing leaving. His Shakhtar team is looking really exciting already. Yeah, hopefully we get him back in the Serie A in a couple of years with a lot more experience.
So there we go. So we have Samp and Sassuolo. Both don't get the stamp of approval, but they do look good. I don't think they're going to be fighting for relegation. They're probably mid-table, but let's see where we guess to put them. But other than that, yeah, excited to see how they play this weekend.
Yep. So Conference League tonight, Serie A this weekend, football starting to happen. Let us know what you think about this video. Like and subscribe, and we will see you with more teams tomorrow and some other content coming soon.